Jake, a point on the road to get back on the horse after 3 straight defeats, but in truth you must be frustrated it's not all 3.
Yeah, I think we can sort of feel all right about it if we step back and look at the bigger picture in terms of, is one loss in the league and the points we've got, and we've picked up some good results. But I think in isolation, the game, we feel like we should have won the game. They had a first half, we were on top. And we just said in there, maybe the little thing is that we're not so used to winning as maybe some other teams in the league. And when we do go 1-0 up, we just need that mentality to go 2 and go 3 and go 4. Whereas maybe our mentality a little bit is go 1-0 up and we'll win this by not conceding again. So on reflection, maybe we could have pushed a little bit more to get a second. They did come out the second half the better team. They got a goal, fair enough. We made a mistake in the build-up to that goal. The penalty shout is fair enough. And then, after they went down to 10, I think we just sort of thought, right, 10 men, maybe started to lose our composure, and we just thought we'd win because they had 10 men. And we should have shown a little bit more composure. But, yeah, it's not the end of the world, but it does feel like we've dropped 2 points there.
When you 1-0 up as well, Jacob, and you've restricted Bacup to very minimal chance. I know they hit the post in the first half. That's the only real chance they had before the penalty. From a coaching standpoint, it must be equally as frustrating then when, even though the penalty could be argued as soft, you've given them a route back into the game when it wasn't necessary. Yeah,
it is frustrating because, little things like the squad was like today, things like that. So the concentration had to be there at every single minute of the 90. Unfortunately, the 1 minute someone switches off, they're punished, and they did really well to get up the pitch in the first place for the penalty. So it's frustrating. It is frustrating, but also we probably feel like goals will happen. Teams will score goals. We need to be able to find a way to score more than 2, more than 1, more than 2, and maybe be a little bit more ruthless. So that's probably the next step for us. We've done well results-wise, but I think we can go the next level now and really putting our stamp on the teams when we do go up.
Touched upon it there, being low on bodies. I see Towney, Curbs, Linney all the way. You lost Emerson Mitchell in the warm-up. So it was a bit of a botched job in terms of putting the squad together. So you must be looking forward to getting those bodies back. Yeah, we need bodies back. It's been a weird season. We've had 4 or 5 injuries to our centre backs all season. We sort of managed to get everyone back just about for the Mughal game, and I thought we played really well. And just as we sort of maybe felt okay, we can get our momentum back now. We've only had 3 players on the bench with Emerson pulling out in the warm-up, so not ideal. Something for us to look at. Obviously, we brought in Carney, who I thought did really well off the bench on his debut. But yeah, the squad's been thin. We've been running a tight ship for a reason. We like a tight, close-knit group in the dressing room. We know how good they are socially, but I think we do need to make sure that we don't sort of waver on the wrong side of that line and make sure we do go into games where we can bring on a full bench that really improves us, or at least keeps us at the same level when players are getting tired and stuff like that. But 5 or 6 unavailable today, that's probably a bit of an outlier and probably won't happen again. Looking ahead to next week, another tough task, Darwin down at Marley. What are you looking to build on in training this week heading into that one? Yeah, I think it's just what I mentioned really, when we do get one, how do we go and be brave to go and get another without also leaving us exposed at the back? We've sort of been really good at sitting in and defending, and we've also been really good at attacking, all-out attack. It's how can we find that balance? So working on that in training this week, and obviously Darwin are a good team, they're a good footballing team, they'll keep the ball well, they play on a 4G at their ground, so they know what it's like. So how do we stop them from playing and controlling the game? Every game at Marley we want to control, so we'll be looking at them, a couple of things, and maybe a couple of their individual players. But like we've said before, if we can perform at our best, I back us to beat most teams. So really got to worry about ourselves, focus on us improving each week, and the results will come, and hopefully next week one of them is that. Attacks win championships, defences win games. You must be impressed once again with Brad Emerson and his chocolate orange at the back there. Yeah, Brad obviously, like I say, didn't make too many saves, but when he was called upon, he did, as always. The penalty is unfortunate for Barks. Like I say, you can't put the blame on him really, but yeah, Keane and Barks, and it's been
like I've touched on it, the injuries they've both had has been quite strange for them to get that many injuries so early on in the season. And you know, if we're being truthful, they've both probably played through injuries today. So yeah, all credit goes to them to get through that with slight injuries is really good. But also, you know, Barney has been so consistent this season. Owen's played a lot of minutes. Holgate ratting for the second balls, and I have to say Smithy as well. You know, he's not played too many minutes this season, but he went in there, just sat in front of the back line, and I thought he did really well. You know, made a couple of mistakes and switched off, but overall did well. So yeah, defensively we were solid. It just comes back to that: can we score more than one to really put the game to bed? But yeah, we're really happy with the lads at the back.
Composure played a big part in today's performance as well, especially late on when all hell seemed to break loose following the red card. How important is it you to get that message on?
Yeah.
You might have that man advantage, but when everyone's losing their heads, there's a few naughty 50-50 starting to creep in. Just keep your heads and keep in it. Yeah,
I think natural frustration from not winning the game, not being 2-1 up or 2-0 up or 1-0 up. I think that crept in. The red card, you know, it was a red card. It was a clear second yellow for them, but it was also a yellow for us. And we said it in there, composure. Maybe it's a thing that comes more with winning and trusting that we are going to win the game if we keep doing what we're doing. Maybe we started to panic a little bit. There were some rush balls that went straight to the keeper in the last 5 minutes, or went straight out of play in the last 5 minutes, or we just kicked it straight to them, even though we had a man advantage, or there were two offsides that didn't need to be offside. So yeah, composure is the word of the day today. We lost it in a moment where we could have really won the game in the last few minutes, but you know, overall again we did do well. We just got to build that composure and ruthlessness in the final moments of the game, but it'll come. It's still early.
Finally for me, Jake, I know you've got bodies coming back, but obviously you've touched upon it there, a few injuries as well. Were you and Roy in the market looking to see if anyone's become available? Because I know it tends to become a bit more of an open market at this level of the game once August has been and gone. Yeah,
we definitely are. We spoke about it probably Parkview game when we were really short, and it probably cost us because the lads worked their hardest there, and then you know Fulwood again after that. So yeah, we have been in the market. We are looking, we are trying. Obviously, like I say, Carney's come in today, and we've got a couple of others that we are speaking to and trying to get in. I think it's really important, like I say, to find that balance, to bring maybe one or two in, but not too many more, because we really like the group we've got. It's just a case of getting them here and getting the injuries gone from the group. I think we've been quite unfortunate with injuries, and you know, players will go on holiday. That is what it is. But I think, you know, like I say, today 5 or 6 players out of Emerson is just a bit of a strange one, and we've got to take that on the chin. But yeah, hopefully we'll bring in one more maybe this week.
Cheers, Jake.
Cheers, Josh.